Hello friends, in this video we will be discussing critical section problem as a part of process synchronization in operating system. Before going to critical section problem, we must know the risk condition. This is what I explained with examples in the previous video. Critical section playing key role in different courses like concurrency control in database management systems, multi-threaded environment in Java, Python, interprocess communication, and microprocessors, etc. For understanding of critical section problem, I have taken two different examples. This kind of examples, I guess you never seen before relevant to the critical section problem. One is a joint bank account and the second one is a railway signaling system. With the help of these two examples, easy to understand and easy to remember in a long term. What is a critical section? Critical section is a part of program where shared resources are accessed by the various processes. So where the shared resources are there the competition might be there the racing might be there. That is what we need to identify, and again we need to try to find the solution. That is what we are discussing in this session. Look at this picture. This is example 1 for the understanding of the critical section problem, that is joint bank account. The C program is consisting of set of statements. In the set of statements, some of the statements are common statements are there. This is a common tool for accessing of different account holders. So this is a part of the program. Let us see what is saying. Critical section is a part of program where shared resources are accessed by the various processes. This is the program. In this program, this is the shared variable, and this is what accessed by different account holders like a P1 and P2 or P3. In this example, I have taken only two account holders. One is a P1 and second one is a P2. If these account holders want to access this value, there is a racing. That is what we try to find and try to provide the solution for the maintenance of the consistency, to avoid the inconsistency. What is inconsistency? If critical section is accessed by multiple processes concurrently, then the result will be inconsistent. The result is unpredictable due to the racing among the processes. When this is the common variable, if two or more processes are trying to access at the same time, then the result will be unpredictable. That is what we are trying to identify with the help of example. Let us see in this picture. Here is a common variable I have taken, that is B, a bank balance for the two different account holders. This is joint bank account. Who are the account holders means P1 and P2. Let us say P1 segment of code is read B, and B is equal to B minus 9000. This is segment of P1. P2 segment code, let us look here. Read B, B is equal to B minus 9500. This is P2 segment and this is P1 segment. If both account holders trying to access the value, maybe with a little cooperation, the first P1 getting chance to access the value. Once the P1 access the value, after accessing the value, what is the value of B as per the P1 processing? That is B is equal to 10,000. While moving from the read instruction to next instruction, P2 is getting chance to access the common variable value. When it gets the access of the common variable value, so P2 is see that B value is 10,000. P2 B value is 10,000. Let us see, once the P2B will access, then the P1 will be processing of the next instruction. What is the next instruction here? B equal to B minus 9000. What is the value available in B? B is having 10,000. So B is equal to B minus 9,000. 10,000 minus 9,000. Then you see what is the value of B is 1000 rupees. Now after P1 processing, the B containing 1000 rupees replaced by 1000. Next P2 will be process of the next instruction. Earlier where it was stopped? It was stopped in the read instruction. Now the P2 is moving to the next instruction. As per the next instruction, you see what is the value available in B? B is 10,000 available as per the process P2. B is equal to B minus 9,500. Now what is the balance here? You see that B is equal to 500. So now what we observed in this example, P1 withdrawing 9,000 rupees. At the same time, P2 is also withdrawing 9,500 rupees with the balance of 10,000 rupees. So what is the inconsistency here? Both the account holders are able to withdraw amount with the balance of 10,000 rupees. How much amount they are withdrawing? P1 withdrawing 9,000 and P2 also withdrawing 9,500. So total is 18,500 rupees with a balance of 10,000 rupees. How it is possible? So this process is called inconsistency. This should be avoided. So this should be made into the consistency. Let us see here is the possible situations. The case one is when both will try for accessing of the common variable, there is a possibility of the deadlock situation. Both trying to access at the same time, then there is a possibility of the deadlock. Case 2. Case 2, let us see here is either P1 next to P1B, P2B, you see, and P1B next to P2B evaluation. By this sequence, we are able to withdrawing more than available balance. That is what? 9,000, 9,500. That means 18,500. If we go for the case 2 and case 3, both the cases are giving the inconsistent result. With the help of the case 2 and case 3, I am withdrawing more than the available balance. How much I am withdrawing? 18,500 withdrawing with the available balance 10,000 with the case 2. Similarly with the case 3 also, I am withdrawing 18,500 rupees with the balance of 10,000 rupees. These are the situations may occur. These situations, how to overcome? That will be possible by introducing synchronization method. And other possible cases, let us see. Suppose P1 will execute first, then P2. Then what is the result? You see that suppose P1 will execute means P is 10,000 rupees and P is equal to 10,000 minus 9,000 means 1,000 rupees. Now in the B is 1,000 rupees is there. When P2 is trying for the 9,500, the P2 will not get a chance to withdraw that. So this is a positive sequence, P1, P2. Next possible sequence is the P2 and P1. Suppose P2 will be execute first, next P1. Then what is the possible? You see that what is the possibility we can see here? P2 will access the value. What is the value available? Initially 10,000 rupees. B is 10,000. Then B evaluate. Now what is the available balance is 500 rupees. Now in this variable, what is the value available? 500 rupees. Now P1 is trying to access, read B 500, then trying to withdraw. B is equal to B minus insufficient balance. So this is the best possible sequence. Like this, we need to execute. This is what process. So these are the positive possible situations. These are the negative possible situations. By the help of these possible 3 cases, we may be getting one is a deadlock or inconsistency result. By the help of these 2 possible cases, we are getting a consistent results. This is possible by synchronization method. That means we need to permit either P1 first, next P2, or we need to permit P2 first, next P1. So for this purpose, we need to introduce the locking system. Once P1 before going to enter into this common area, we must lock the P2. Will not permit P2 to enter into common area. This is the one method. The critical section problem we are discussing with the help of railway signaling system. In the previous, we discussed with the help of joint bank account system. Now how to find the inconsistency and how to overcome the inconsistency with the help of railway signaling system. What is inconsistency? If critical section is accessed by multiple processes, assume like here is a trains concurrently, then the result will be inconsistent. That result is unpredictable. Let us look into this example. Look at this picture. There is a track between the station to station. In between track, certain station to certain station, there will be a single track is there. Where the single track is there, that is called a common resource. When it is a common resource, I can say this is called a critical section area. Why this is a critical section means it is a single track. This track can allow only one train at a time, not possible more than one train. So I am assuming as a critical section. Suppose in this station or in this station, no signaling man is available. Then what are the possible situations? Let us discuss here. What are the possible situations? Let us see. Suppose the positive possible situation. Suppose P1 enter into the critical section and it will exit before entering the train 2. Then this is one positive possible situation. So then there will not be any problem. The second possible situation is suppose train P1 enter into the critical section, then next P0 will enter. That is one possible sequence. That is two possible positive situations are there. One after another, then there will not be any problem. Suppose when both the trains are moving in opposite direction with their expertism at certain location, there will be possibility of the deadlock. Both will be held up here. Train 1 and train 2 here. So this is the possible situation. This situation is called deadlock. This can be overcome by applying the backup of the either one train only. That is one alternate solution. The case 4. Case 4 means if both the trains start in opposite direction at the same time, lack of their expertism, the trains collide or a clash. This is fourth possible situation. Now in 4 possible situations, 2 situations are positive and 2 situations are negative. Means these 2 situations how to overcome. But we need to go for these 2 situations only. So that is what possible only by introducing a synchronization method. Let us see in the next diagram. What are the possible situations? Case 3 is the deadlock. Case 4 is the collide or clash. This should not be occurred. This should be avoided. How to avoid? I am introducing here signaling system. If both the trains want to enter into the critical section, the 2 trains must be submit a request for the entering into the critical section. When both the trains want to enter into the critical section, they should submit a request to the signalman. The signalman will look into this track whether it is free or not. If it is free, then he will permit to either train 1 or train 2. That is one method. So when it is permitting to the train 1, before going to the permitting into the critical section, he must lock other side. For what purpose? It is indicating the train 2 should not enter into the critical section. So once the train 1 exit from the critical section, then he will release the signal. That signal is indicating to enter the train 2 into the critical section. Like this, the process can continue. So this is what one of the possible solution by introducing a signaling system. Whereas in this example, if no signaling system, then there could be possibility of the 4 possible situations. If there is a signaling system, there is a possibility of only either case 1 or case 2 situation, then it will be safe state only. Then let us go for the writing of a simple pseudocode. What is simple pseudocode? You see that with the help of this example, a simple solution. Before entering into the critical section, the signaling man is locking the track for the only for this train 1. That means indicating the other train should not get a chance to enter into the critical section. Once this train process and exit, process critical section and exit means release the lock. That indicates to enter other train into the critical section area. This is the sequence of the process for positive sequence. Once again, I am repeating this code. Simple solution. Acquire the log for the required process, process the critical section and release the log for next process whichever is available in the queue. Critical section problem must satisfy the following 3 conditions. Let us look into this structure. This is what we decided with the help of railway signaling system. Here you see that entry section. This is control the log, acquired log to the process, and this is the critical section area. Once log for the particular process, that will enter into the critical section, and this is exit section. The process will exit from the critical section and maybe in the remainder section for some other task. Okay, this process may be repeat. Why it will be repeating means there are n number of processes might be trying for the entering into the critical section. So we are keeping in the while loop statement. Look at this picture. You see what is the importance of reminder section. Suppose the train 1 started from the station 1. While traveling in the critical section area, there is a certain local station is there. In the local station, the train 1 must be wait for picking the people. During this time, the signal man can take a decision whether this train is required this track or not. If it is required, he must permit to the train 1. So this waiting period is called reminder section. Suppose the train must be wait for a longer amount of time, then he can permit for the next train the enter into the critical section area. That is what reminder section. There is a possibility, not in all cases. What are the 3 possible conditions? Let us look here. One is a mutual exclusion, second one is a progress, third one is a bounded waiting time. What is a mutual exclusion? Look into this example. Look into this picture. Here is a single track is there. Is it possible to allow more than one train at a time? If I allow, then what are the possible situations? Inconsistency situation. One is a deadlock, other one is collide. So that we must follow the mutual exclusion. And also we do not know what is the speed of the process P0, process P1 or train 1 and train 2. We do not assume the speed of the train 1 and train 2. Without knowing the speed of the train 1 and train 2, then we have to be execute this. So we must follow the mutual exclusion. So we need to allow only one process enter into the critical section. Otherwise, there are 2 possible situations, deadlock or collide, as per the example of the railway signaling system. Progress, the process order operation. When 2 trains or 2 processes are submitting a request for entering into the critical section. In that, the progress is taking responsibility of that whether track is free or not. If the track is free, then it will be permit for the train 1. Next, the progress is maintaining a queue structure which has been requested earlier, that is available, that is waiting in the queue or any other method. While processing of the P0, the train 3 might be submit a request for entering into the critical section. Already train 2 in a queue. Next, train 3 also requesting to enter into the critical section. Then the progress is taking responsibility of whether we need to permit either train 2 or train 3. With respect to their importance, the progress will be taking the responsibility permission for the either train 2 or train 3. This is what the responsibility of the progress. So that is what you see, that specify the order number. Whatever the request it is receiving, as per their requirement, as per their importance, they may be maintaining in a queue or any other method as per the OS rule. Recognize the order. So there are n number of processes are available in a queue. As per the requirement of the process, it will be selecting the process. That process can enter inside the critical section immediately if no other process presently inside it. Okay. Process is not forced to enter inside the critical section if does not want to enter. Suppose process P2 or maybe train 3 may not be required a critical section area at present situation. Then that progress is taking care of that. It will not be permitting to the train 3 or maybe process to enter into the critical section. The progress is making the order of the execution. Bounded waiting time. Let us see here is, in the previous discussion, the train 2 and train 3 both are in a queue. Now I want to permit either train 2 or train 3. Suppose the train 2 requested earlier than the train 3, but deadline time is for train 3 maybe 3 o'clock, but deadline time is for train 3 is maybe 4 o'clock. In that situation, we must follow the deadline time of the respective train. But first I need to permit the train 2 within the limited deadline time. Then we will be permitting next train 3. Suppose maybe the train 2 earlier requested, the deadline time is 3, the train 3 also requested the later or after train 2, but this is deadline time is also 3. Then how the situation will handle means, that situation means it gives the a priority of the requesting or maybe priority of the importance of the train. As per that it will be execute. So that is what bounded waiting time. So each process must have a limited waiting time. The waiting process should enter critical section in a finite amount of time. So every process get the chance within the finite amount of time. So every process get a chance to enter into the critical section in a finite amount of time as per their requesting order. Bounded waiting is an optional in certain situations as discussed in earlier. In the next video, we will discuss critical region, semaphore concept and monitors with the help of real world examples. Thank you, one and all.